you to this fabulous place, the Carlisle. And look, I know look, we're going to have some fun on tonight. I just want to talk briefly about why we're here. Well, I'm here because I'm ready to eat. That's why I'm here. No, but on a serious note, every year we, Castle Ridge Music Group, we offer scholarships to college-bound students. Thank you. And we know how difficult it is, the college life, the expenses, and so we try to do our best to kind of soften the blow a little bit. Several years ago, I had a rude awakening. See, I was in college back in the early 80s, and I went to the University of the District of Columbia. And, you know, I had a grant. Yeah, I had a couple of grants, and I had the Red Line Metro. So I was able to get there with no problem. I didn't live on campus, so I didn't know what it was like to live on campus and everything that came along with it until my kids went away to school. And that's when I was introduced to Kmart. Yeah, I was introduced to Kmart. That was step foot in Kmart until my kids went to school.
Is that a new designer? Is that a new designer?
I'm telling you, I'm going to give you the brief story. My son went away to Coffee Field out in Kansas, and he had a basketball scholarship. And so I thought he was okay. Took care of everything, all right? And it did, his books, everything. When we got out there, found out that when we got to his dorm, the room, I saw bed with no covers and no towels, no sheets, and no nothing, y'all. No, I thought it covered everything. I thought it covered everything. And so wound up going to Kmart. Amen. Thank God for Kmart. Yes, indeed, yeah. And but anyway, we found out that it can cost a lot. It can really cost a lot. And books alone, my baby boy, he's in high school now. He's in private school, and his books one semester cost me about $1,500. Yes. And that was just for one semester. And I said, oh, Lord. So what we decided to do, we wanted to be a blessing to some of the kids. And I'm going to tell you a story later on in the program. But what we wanted to do was we wanted to help our kids. Let me put it this way. The way the system is set up right now for our kids to go to school, it's almost set up for failure because you go to school to be successful, but by the time these kids get out of college, they like $75,000 to $100,000 in debt because they dealing with loans. And so you talk about going into independent living with a debt of $75,000 or more. That's going to set those kids back another 15 years. So my thing is what we try to do is we try to educate our parents, to encourage them to help your kids look for these grants, because there's money out here. The kind of money that you don't have to pay back. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the kind of money that you don't have to pay back, because this is what we try to do. This is what we try to do. We try to encourage it and give people information, because there's a lot of money out there. A lot of money out there. But our kids sometimes can be lazy. Y'all know how they can do, right? They won't get on the internet. They won't search for anything, But we want to encourage them to do that, so you won't come out of school being in debt. Okay, as my kids say, up to your yin yang in debt.
So because someone was generous enough to give money for scholarships, and I had employers who offered tuition assistance, were so vital in my efforts to attain my degrees, I choose to give back to help other students. So I strongly advocate giving back and giving other students the opportunity to achieve their academic goals. I am not a super financially wealthy person. I do all right. But giving back to my alma mater for scholarships is one of my favorite philanthropic endeavors. Over many years, I have given well over $10,000 in the undergraduate school because I want a student to experience what I experienced. The joy I felt when I one day viewed my student account online and saw that I was awarded a $600 President's Grant. Yes, I said grant, that's free money. Yeah. that I was not even expecting. I didn't apply for it. It just appeared in my account. I later found out that I received the grant because I was on the dean's list. I was so grateful because that was $600 in student loan money I didn't have to borrow and pay back. So scholarships are vital to subsidizing tuition costs for students. Donors like many of you here tonight who have given to support these students that we are honoring by contributing to the Castle Ridge Music Group Scholarship Fund is indeed a blessing. Your generous donation is truly money well spent. So yes, perseverance, having a mentor, choosing to do the right thing, reaching back and giving back is critical to your success as a student and citizen. But there is one more thing that I found in my experiences to be a critical factor to success: one's character. A very important man in history said, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education." That very important man was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I know we often quote Dr. King for his "I have a dream" speech, but I find this particular quote very interesting because here's a question to ponder. How in today's society do we provide the kind of true education that King was talking about, that develops both character and intelligence? Society has relied on the educational systems to do that. But I personally believe one develops character from birth, their parents, and their environment. I will use myself as an example. I'm a PK, I'm a preacher's kid, and have been taught to always do the right thing. In essence, this builds character. Life is full of choices, and it is up to me to choose to do the right thing. I'm also an adjunct faculty member, and I often tell my students when it's time to talk about character, if you're walking down the street and you see a man in front of you drop $20, he doesn't realize he dropped the $20. What do? You have a choice. The right choice is to pick up the $20 and give it back to the man because you saw him drop it. That's the right choice. Now, if you're walking down the street and you just see $20, ain't nobody around, and you pick it up and say, "Lord, I thank you, have mercy for that $20. Pray we'll find your light and hold it in our hearts. When stars go out each night, remind
Thank you.